It's really nice to be here, and thank you all for coming. 15 minutes isn't very long, and I was thinking, well, what should I share in this time, given the theme is entrepreneurial? I guess a lot of the people in the room have either started something or are thinking of starting something. What would I, in my previous incarnation as a management consultant sitting in the audience, wanted to hear from me? What I want to share with you, the title of this talk is 5 made-up rules for starting a business with very little money and very little relevant experience. Because that's what we did. So the first rule, which we've realized in terms of getting to where we are, which is 2 years down the line, is solve a problem. We wanted to solve a problem for ourselves, which is we hate our jobs, but what are our alternatives? Where are the viable alternatives to do something different? We couldn't find anything helpful enough to make that leap, so we thought, hang on, here's an opportunity. Rule number 2, do it for love and do it for freedom. Sound like a hippie, but those are the 2 reasons why we are doing what we're doing. So if you're sitting there and thinking, why should I start a business? Should I start a business? Our 2 motivations were, the first was freedom. We've already talked about wanting to escape, wanting to live a life on our own terms. We work way harder now than we ever did before, but we control what we work on. A lot of it's not glamorous, but at least we call the shots. And for me, that was the reason why we do it. And the second one was love, because if you're going to work 70 hours a week, you might as well love what you're doing. Life's really short, and work fills up a massive chunk of that. You might as well love what you're doing, and building a business isn't that glamorous. You do a lot of rubbish work, so to put up with all the stuff that you go through in order to get something off the ground, you need to have some of that fire in your belly. So love and freedom. The third rule, made-up rule for how to start a business with no money and no experience, is define success. So if you're going to start something, work out where you want to be 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line. The thing is, the more you achieve and the more you get to keep doing what you're doing, the greater your aspirations become, so you kind of never feel satisfied. But every now and then you have to take stock and go, actually, this is going to plan, we're doing okay here. The fourth one is have fun. So it's really not glamorous most of the time. If someone was to define my job over the last year, my job title would be Job Board Administrator. And Dom's would be Pixel Monkey or something like that. We started a job board from scratch, right? The premise being that lots of talented corporate professionals would want to spend time on the site and be attracted by the unconventional, exciting entrepreneurial opportunities that we hosted. But when we started, we had neither of those 2 things. So basically, we had to build a job board from scratch, which involved hunting the internet for exciting opportunities, putting them on our site, and attracting the people we wanted to spend on our time on our site to those opportunities. I mean, we faked it, and people spent a lot of time on the site, they found great opportunities, they applied for roles, got jobs, and so you guys are doing a great job. But that was really grafty, hustly work. And A, if I didn't have Dom, and B, if we didn't have as much fun as we do building our business, it would have been really tough to put up with that kind of, that kind of unglamorous work. So have fun. The 5th rule is make meaning. So I talked at the beginning about solving a problem. Businesses that have proper demand to solve a problem for someone. Once you've figured out what problem you want to solve, there's no guarantee that you're going to solve it in an effective manner. So execution is a massive amount of a business. So my parting shot would be, if you've got that niggle inside yourself to start something, do it, because you'll win, because hopefully you'll get love and freedom like us. And we win because we don't have to hear you complain about your job anymore. Thanks very much.